Applicant was Atlas Tower One LLC. I presented the pictures, I'll show you guys here in a second. The tower is up and all the equipment's on it, and so, they have met their 3-year deadline getting it done. So we'll run through the pictures, the board, excuse me, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if it was functioning?
It
Operational?
appears to be.
Okay.
It's all fenced in, all the electronics are there, and they were putting them on, Raleigh Jackards, the tower across the street like a week ago, so I'm pretty sure they are. My phone worked. So,
Good.
the board
That's a good
did-
sign.
Yep, the board recommended approval and no more reviews unless there are complaints, so we'll go through the pictures. It's located just south of La Junta off of 109. That was notification zone, everybody that was notified of the hearing. It's in a fragile lands district, so there's no irrigation or 1041s that would apply. And this is, let me move this so it quits vibrating. Excuse me.
You're good.
That's the location prior to the tower being installed. And another picture from the same location at the driveway. And then that's kind of just looking in. It was gonna propose to be right on the right there by his sign. Just like that, right there, and that. And that was the tower last year. The tower was erected. And yep, you can just grip through these. And then this is this year. All the equipment's on top, and I pulled in there up to, and they got the little bungalow with the electronics is all fenced in. I think there might be one more picture after this, or, yep. So, it appears to be functioning. That's all that our requirement was, to have everything up. Board did recommend approval. Questions?
No questions here.
Okay, so I will make a motion to approve the annual use by review U-572-23, subject to comply with any and all health department requirements within their entirety, and then also that no more reviews unless there are complaints.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, we approve the annual use by review U-572-23, Stoddard Construction and Atlas Tower One LLC. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, any more old business? Lex?
No more at this
Okay,
time.
new business, minor subdivision MI-1033-25 Mayhopper, Lacey.
Okay, this was a request, for a minor subdivision. They were requesting to separate 4.41 acres from 17.04 acres in an ag zone district A1. Section 18, township 24 south, range 55 west. Property is commonly addressed as land, County Road Z and County Road 25 in La Junta. Owner of record is Lacey D. Mayhoffer. Ed Mayhoffer was there. He stated that there's south swing water for any potable water and septic for wastewater needs. Access will be off of County Road Z and County Road 25. I presented the pictures. They are gonna move some Catlin water off of the mother parcel onto that one so that it'll still have a water right. County staff has no issues, and the board did recommend approval of this. So there's in the red is the portion that they're requesting to split off. That's the notification, everybody that got notified of the hearing. And it is, under the Catlin. A big portion of it is not, it was a homestead, but they will move water, however much water they need to keep what's there farmable. And that's just a Google aerial of it. And that is at the southern part of it, looking back on County Road Z. That's at the other end, looking west on Z. There's a pin there in front. And then there's two pins, one in front right here by the ditch and one out there in the field. So basically just a small square. And there was nobody there to speak pro or con on this, so questions?
None for me.
Okay, I would move to approve the minor subdivision of MI 1033-25, subject to, within 60 days of the signed resolution, Lacey Mayhopper will follow deed preparation instructions indicated on the resolution.
And I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded to approve the minor subdivision MI 1033 25 Lacey Mayhofer. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, use by review U-582-25 Beth and Daniel Williams.
Okay, this is a request to have animals in a residential zone. It's in the city of Rocky Ford, the home is, but the back parcel is in the county. And there's no, they own the whole piece there, you'll see here in the blue. But, it's part of section 13, township 23 south, range 57 west. Property is commonly addressed as 915 South Second, Rocky Ford. Owners of record are Daniel and Beth Williams. Mr. Williams stated that the parcel in question is in the county and it's behind the home that is in the city limits. He stated that there will be a structure for the ponies and goats and chickens, and there is City of Rocky Ford for potable water for the animals, and there's no need for a wastewater system. Access will be through the home parcel off of 2nd Street. I presented the pictures. County staff doesn't have any issues. The City of Rocky Ford currently allows chickens and some small animals, so they'll fit right in. We did give them a copy of the performance standards, keeping the pins clean and stuff, so we'll go through the pictures
Is that
here.
the area right there, the triangle, the green triangle?
Yep,
Okay.
the blue triangle.
Oh, I say green.
Okay.
You say blue.
That's notification zone, everybody that was notified, and nobody came in to speak pro or con on it, which is kinda shocking in
Yeah.
that big of a area, but you can see in red what's all still county, it has not been annexed into any city.
Purple.
Purple,
Purple.
thank you.
Purple.
Thank you.
Well,
What
there's a
did I
red
say?
line around it.
What'd they say?
You said
I
red.
said red.
Oh,
There's a red line around it.
That's the town limits.
so that's just a Google Earth image, and it snowed really hard from when I did this to the pictures, so you're gonna see a nice snowy bunch of pictures. So that's on the bridge on Washington Street. If you're heading up towards the high school, that's kinda looking back to the pasture. That's their residence. And that is 2nd Street where 2nd meets Washington. So there's no neighbors that are just like right in the backyard proximity, and they know if we get complaints, we'll review it again. And so the board did recommend approval and review it again in 1 year.
Okay,
Okay, any questions?
I have none.
I have
Okay.
none. So I will make a motion to approve use by review U-581-25, subject to number 1, Daniel and Beth Williams will comply with all instructions on the special use permit, and number 2, it's reviewed in 1 year.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, we approve the use by review U-582-52 Daniel and Beth Williams.
581.
581, yes.
Thank you.
That Daniel and Beth Williams will comply with all instructions on the use permit and review in 1 year. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
And I don't know if I mentioned, there are 2 ponies, 4 hens, and 2 goats for the grandkids.
You didn't mention the number of animals, you just mentioned the type.
They're keeping it under, reasonable limit.
Okey dokey.
Okay, Lex, anything else?
Yes, we have one more thing, and I had a question. I heard a 581-25. And I think it was 582-25. I'll have Hannah check into that.
Right, it says 582 on the
This one-
top.
Yeah, this one says 581 on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it says
We have
582.
2 different.
I just
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah,
We'll
so-
correct that before when the minutes are done.
Okay.
So I just was double checking where you guys saw it.
Yeah.
So our last thing is just, making an amendment to the land use code, the fee schedules. So we have never raised the fees. All the fees for any kind of permit has always been $75. A sign fee is not changing, it's $40. That's for if you do and adopt a road sign. So we are proposing to increase the fees just for the time spent prepping packets, the mailing, all those have increased. So everything will go to $200 except 1041s, those will be actual costs. so. I just need a motion on that, or this is a recommendation, so whatever, it's a pleasure of the board.
So we're going from $75 to $200. And that's what you're saying it's taking to put it all together.
It probably needs to be more, but we thought, a small increment, because Hana will have 8 to 16 hours in the prep work. Sometimes the mailing would exceed the cost of the permit just to mail packets. We're trying to do everything digitally now to save on costs, but we still have to mail out for anybody like that, everybody that got noticed. I mean, all that postage.
Postage is going up 66% in
Yep.
5 years.
And then we have the cost of the planning commission, we have to pay them for their time, which exceeds the fee permit.
Right.
So we're not trying to, it's not gonna generate income, it's just trying to make it a little bit more of a level field for the county.
And you said you've never done this before, how long has it been like this?
I think since the
1976.
1976.
Since the land development code was originated.
Mhm.
And it was, everything was adopted in
09.
When, 09? And it never changed then either, so it's probably been a long time coming.
It makes it hurt.
Didn't you say a lot of the other counties are way, way more than this?
Yeah, Pueblo County, somebody said one of the permits was $1,500, just depending on what kind of land use request you're asking. And so, anyway, this will help us recoup some, mainly postage and hard costs for us. I mean, we're there and time is a cost also, but the hard costs increased, so.
Well, wonderful. I would move to approve the proposal from the land use administrator, revised fee schedule, subject to: 1, the amendment is hereby incorporated into the amended Otero County Land Use Code effective the 10th day of March, 2025.
I will second all he just said.
Been moved and seconded, we approve the proposal from the land use administrator, revised fee schedule. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Anything else, Lex?
Nothing at this time.
Okay,
Do you want to confirm that?
we are adjourned.
That you 581 or 582?
We'll get that. We
Okay.
got you.
Alright.
Hana will.